everybody, I'm Irene. This is Lifestyle Over 60. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about what happened when I took steroids for a period of time. Coming up. I wasn't really planning to make this video today, but it's on my mind, and so here I am to talk to you about what happened when I had to take steroids for a period of time. And when I say steroids, I mean prednisone, oral prednisone. I don't mean the kind of anabolic steroids that you inject because you want to get big and muscular. And it didn't help. Anyway, I was taking prednisone because I had had a pretty bad skin reaction to something, and to this day we don't know what, but a really bad dermatitis. And I had to use cream, and the dermatologist put me on a course of prednisone, which is a steroid. So I'm taking this prednisone, and well, it was the first time I'd ever taken a steroid, by the way. I know some of you probably take them because you need to sometimes. The first time I'd ever taken one. And people say, oh, you get really hungry, you gain weight, you get bloated, you get aggressive, all these various side effects. And for me, I felt really good on them, and I felt kind of male. And so that's what I wanted to talk about in this video today. It's like what it's like to be male versus male in our culture, and how it felt to be able to kind of rise out of the female conditioning and realize how things are. And so I wanted to share that with you. Okay, so I'm out in the world, I'm on steroids, right? And I used to go to a coffee bean, local coffee bean, and draw. It's one of my hobbies. I'm going to do a video about the importance of hobbies soon, but anyway. So I like to draw, and I like to go out and sit in a cafe. I used to get coffee. I don't drink coffee anymore, I miss it, but I would go sit and have my coffee and draw and just be, like in a peaceful place where there's nothing bothering you, and just kind of focus for about an hour a day on drawing. And, I got pretty good at it. So here's what happened. So I'm at my happy coffee bean, I'm drawing, and when I draw, I kind of get into an altered state in a way where you're just completely focused and like meditative almost, and your mind is going to the next thing to do. You add this, take away that, like that. So I'm really focused, and all of a sudden in my peripheral vision, I see a large person standing right here watching me. And almost in my face. So there's no way to avoid looking at this person, okay? So I look up. Here's this very tall guy, a backpack on, and he says, that is really good. And then he reaches out his hand to shake my hand. Okay, now I'm on steroids, all right? So he reaches out his hand to shake my hand. I don't know this guy, all right? He looks a little sketch. And I'm drawing, so I have my pencil in my right hand, right? So in order to shake this stranger's hand that I didn't want to shake, I would have had to take the pencil out of my hand, stop drawing, shake this guy's hand. And obviously I wanted to have a conversation, okay? So if I wasn't on steroids, and now this is how we are socialized, this is where I think this video is important to share, I would have taken that sucker out of my hand and shake this guy's hand, because that's how we're socialized, right? You shake the hand, you be nice, oh, thank you very much, this and that, and then he leaves and you go back to whatever you were doing. Meanwhile, you just shook some weirdo's hand, right? This is what we are supposed to do. This is what we are taught to do. All right, but I'm on steroids. So guy reaches over to me, and that's really good, and he goes to shake my hand. And I just looked at him and I said, that's okay. And I went straight back to drawing, and I didn't even look at him again. And that was the power of the steroids, and how it made me realize our behavior is very much influenced by how we were raised, how we were conditioned, and how we are taught to be nice and polite, and especially as a woman, don't make any waves. Okay, example number 2 of me on steroids. And by the way, my husband didn't like me on steroids because I was calling things out left and right that I'd been putting up with, that I hadn't even realized I was putting up with. But I think as women, we put up with a whole lot of stuff that we probably don't even realize we're putting up with it. We don't have to put up with. We don't have to. Okay, so anyway, back to the coffee bean. I'm drawing again. Now, I had this guy at this particular coffee bean. He used to bother me on a regular basis, okay? At first he was just nice and he would comment on my drawings and this and that, but then he just kept talking to me more and more, and he asked to go to the beach with me or something, and I'm like, no, I'm married, I'm not interested in that. And he just kept bothering me. Anyway, so I'm at Coffee Bean, I'm drawing, and here comes this guy, right? Now, I'm on steroids, he doesn't know this. And so he goes and he pats me on the back to say something about the drawing, or I don't know what, but he's touching me. And I'm on steroids, so I'm like, do not touch me. The guy walks away like this, like really loud in the coffee bean too. Okay. Now, if I wasn't on steroids and I hadn't been up to that point, he pats you on the back, nice. I mean, you don't say anything, right? Okay. He didn't bother me again after that, by the way. Those are my two big examples of how it felt to be on steroids, and how the behavior that I exhibited on steroids was quite different than my normal behavior when I'm not on steroids. I kind of wish all women could take the steroids just for a period of time to feel what it's like to be male, and to feel like, you walk into a coffee bean like you're in charge, I'm here, let's see who's around, whatever, and no one's gonna bother you. So the moral of the story is, a lot of the way that we think, feel, and behave is programmed into us from birth. We begin being socialized immediately. We start learning how to be from everyone around us and from the culture. And so once we can become aware, okay, I'm behaving this way because, then we can have an awareness of ways to change it. So for example, with the guy that wanted to shake my hand, I would have put my pencil down, completely interrupted my flow, and spent time shaking this guy's hand and talking to him when I didn't want to, because I'm female. As a man, first of all, no one's going to do that to you in the first place, are they? No, right? They're not. We are much more vulnerable and approachable than men are. So there's that. But then how we handle the approach is cultural and how we're socialized. And we don't have to behave that way. We can change it. So my hope in sharing this video with you is that you can get something out of it as far as insight into your behavior. And just know it's not your fault if you put up with things that you'd rather not put up with, if you let strangers interrupt your life and you go with it. That's how we're raised to be. We're supposed to be nice. It's not good. It's not good. So anyway, that's it for this video. I hope it helps somebody out there. And if so, like, subscribe, and just check out what else I have to offer in the playlist. It's more beauty, fashion, and fun than commentary on social issues. But this one really, really resonated, and hopefully it will resonate with some of you as well. All right, that's it. Come and see me again really soon.